They accused him, they mocked him, they beat him, and they led the Son of God away to die. But he did not run, he did not resist, he did not call down 12 legions of angels. He stayed for you. This is the road to the cross. This is what Jesus Christ endured for the sins of the world. The Son of God stood bound before sinful men, the spotless Lamb standing before a Roman governor, the Creator being judged by his creation. False accusations surrounded him. Hatred filled the air. Religious leaders demanded his death. And yet, Jesus stood calm and collected. Then Pilate entered into the judgment hall again, and called Jesus, and said unto him, Art thou the King of the Jews? Jesus answered him, Sayest thou this thing of thyself, or did others tell it thee of me? Pilate answered, Am I a Jew? Thine own nation and the chief priests have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done? Jesus answered, My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence. Pilate therefore said unto him, Art thou a king then? Jesus answered, Thou sayest that I am a king. To this end was I born, and for this cause came I into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. What is truth? Truth was standing right in front of him, and he did not recognize him. Pilate searched for a reason to condemn Jesus, but he found none. No violence, no deception, no sin. I find in him no fault at all. Pilate offered the people a choice. One prisoner would be released, and standing before them was the Son of God. But the crowd did not choose righteousness. They chose a robber, a criminal, a guilty man. But ye have a custom that I should release unto you one at the Passover. Will ye therefore that I release unto you the King of the Jews? Then cried they all again, saying, Not this man, but Barabbas. Now Barabbas was a robber. Not this man, Barabbas. The innocent would be condemned, and the guilty would go free. That was not just Barabbas. That was us. Then Pilate gave the order, and they took Jesus and scourged him. Then Pilate therefore took Jesus and scourged him. The whip tore his flesh. His back was opened. Blood began to fall. The sinless Son of God, suffering in silence. Then the soldiers made sport of their king. They twisted together a crown of thorns and drove it into his brow. They wrapped him in a purple robe, not in honor, in mockery. And the soldiers plaited a crown of thorns and put it on his head, and they put on him a purple robe and said, Hail, King of the Jews! And they smote him with their hands. Hail, King of the Jews! they struck the face of the one who formed the heavens. They mocked the King of glory, and he endured it for you. Then Pilate brought him forth, bleeding, bruised, broken, crowned with thorns, clothed in mock royalty, standing in humiliation, yet still in majesty. Then came Jesus forth, wearing the crown of thorns and the purple robe, and Pilate saith unto them, Behold the man! Mercy stood before them, and they wanted blood. When the chief priests therefore and officers saw him, they cried out, saying, Crucify him! Crucify him! Crucify him! Crucify him! They did not know they were crying out against the very one who came to save them. Pilate feared the crowd. He feared the pressure. He feared losing his place. And in the end, he handed over the Son of God. But they cried out, Away with him! Away with him! Crucify him! Pilate saith unto them, Shall I crucify your king? The chief priests answered, We have no king but Caesar. Then delivered he him therefore unto them to be crucified. And they took Jesus and led him away. The cross was laid upon his torn back, heavy wood against broken flesh, and step by step he walked toward Golgotha, the place of a skull, the place where love would bleed. He was exhausted, wounded, weak in body, yet resolute in purpose, because he knew where this road would end, and he walked it anyway. And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha. Every step was love. Every drop of blood was mercy. Then they came to Calvary, and there they crucified him. And when they were come to the place which is called Calvary, there they crucified him. They stretched out his hands. They fastened him to the wood, and they lifted up the Lamb of God between heaven and earth. The one who opened blind eyes was nailed to a cross. The one who healed the sick was wounded for our transgressions. The one who raised the dead now hung there to die. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Still they mocked him. Still they reviled him. Still they wagged their heads. And they that passed by reviled him, wagging their heads, and saying, Thou that destroyest the temple and buildest it in 3 days, save thyself. If thou be the Son of God, come down from the cross. Then the sky grew dark. Creation itself seemed to mourn. The sun hid its face. The earth trembled beneath the weight of the moment. Now from the 6th hour there was darkness over all the land unto the 9th hour. This was no ordinary death. This was the Lamb of God, bearing the sin of the world. The hour had come. The price was being paid. The wrath, the suffering, the burden of sin was being poured out. It is finished. Finished, not defeated. Finished. The debt was paid. The work was done. Father, into thy hands I commend my spirit. And with that, he gave up the ghost. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from the top to the bottom, and the earth did quake, and the rocks rent. The veil was torn. The way was opened. The sacrifice had been made. He was not trapped. He was not powerless. He was not overtaken by men. Jesus Christ laid down his life willingly. Every wound was love. Every stripe was mercy. Every drop of blood was for sinners, for me, for you. Never forget the cross. Never treat lightly what Jesus Christ endured for you. This was love. This was mercy. This was the Lamb of God giving himself for the world. Remember the cross.